He said, or this year I'm not only said that Lumba lady Naba Betina as a 2008 year. Then it means say it is possible say that Lumba share or Bruni was 2006. So you understand why the court says say the Obedia Dancer man or Brunino was the one that was credible. So court and so no you're credible. Even if and you be anti me and dispute it. Mr. Alex, but what's the accession na me no.
To another angle, say what you were trying to say, Juaben Fosu time or the Maya, now I was closer to that boot dates not the Maya, because Georgina date was wrong.
That's exactly what I want.
Georgina date is opposite who say wronger. What's that time no? Na that Lumba, the yere shem kra, no man kra no for kind 140 no paragraph 140 na here there.
Che, oh, the mamin kind way no crumble 139 before the 140. Or see, these answers confirm that the plaintiff did not relocate with the late Lumba. Meanwhile, it is clear from the evidence on record that he left Germany for Ghana for medical attention. Even though the attorney mentioned 2013, same cannot be correct because her own evidence at paragraph 19 says that the plaintiff visited the deceased in 2011, 2012, and 2014 and 2018. If the deceased relocated to Ghana in 2013, then the plaintiff could not have visited him in 2011 and 2012 because he was not in Ghana. So that the 139 explains the mommy Georgina Koka court and say time I was that Lumba eba Ghana. Anytime Oche say mommy akosi asa wa bestra no. It wasn't true because Nipan also relocated in 2013. And mommy akosi asa wa visiting in 2011 and 2012. It cannot be true because per accounts not just that time no crampo no. Not just Nipan no fee Germany home betting Ghana. In any case, these dates mentioned are disputed in D2, as D2 was at that time married as D2 was at that time married and living with the deceased at Tantra Hills before they moved to East Legon in 2016 from the records. It means that 2011, 2012 nana Mami Georgina Ekase Mami akosi asa wa bestra daddy Lumba no. O account no 2013. But at that time the 2011 2012 no na odo broni ni daddy Lumba eti Tantra Hill and son of movie to East Legon on the Yakane saying or they moved to East Legon in 2016. Okay, these facts are confirmed by PW1 that D2 was living with the deceased at Tantra Hill from 2010 to 2016. And between 2010 to 2016, no Dobrunini that Lumba at Tantra Hill. And Sana Omo movie to East Legon in 2016. And that should tell you, said that time now, Mami Georgina Kase, Mami Akosa wa bestra that Lumba. It wasn't correct. Meanwhile, the 140 that Mr. Alex was saying. Meanwhile, paragraph 8 of the statement of claim by the plaintiff mentioned that they had 3 children. Okay, I had a high in Kolano. Mr. Alex, that one talks about in Kolano win.
So we in the one collaborating a year. People might not understand where things are coming from. There were 4 characters or her. Juaben Fosu, a candidate. Date now I can offer no from say the first one year time mama me akoso say we share Lumba any kind of person baby na omote 2 ni aba compare ehun say ono asem na o kan no ma me Georgina backward say no so be kan ye ubetie say o say wanim kasa nti omo kire say wa say onko ka ene omo bi on pese o kan nti ulenki say o say wan na be fa no kimpon ena o say obi anim dad Lumba chen ono any papashi. This is a cartel. Into the cartel no bamwa na for compare on dates. One mama akosia say one sem. Bebe hu gina bia nya gina wo. E mama akosia say because o gina mama ayi nti akra na o hwe na o so onom nofo no. Na 12 years akra na enom nofo. 2 2011 na o ka ho asem no satem na mama akosia say wa. Time ben Fie Bemo, Central Hill, and East Legon. All these things and it comes in. I think you've explained that side, and I'll just hold on for here.
The point I only wanted to confirm is that the data almost that Lumba buy any data aton mame akosia se wakas that Lumba buy ebetina Ghana any data or do broni can said that Lumba eba Ghana na so share that Lumba any Juaben Fosu account if you compare them you realize that odo broni enko for na sem no mo kano is more credible than what Mami Akosia Sewa was saying. That is all the point I wanted to make. Because Juaben Fosu dear no 17 years ago no, year 2008. Meanwhile, so no, according to Mami Akosia Sewa no, account will court said that Lumba betina Ghana in 2013. So is that the case? Well, yen to us. Mr. Alex Pacho to us.
You said the dates in any at the NT. You bet me share. I say I kick me off from what I was saying earlier. But that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Sanya meteni a wochre na said ne say. O share years na Juaben Fosu eka say. O share Lumba ni odobroni no. Na o de court hona. Na chese accounta odobroni mu witnesses no e de ma wo court no eni Juaben Fosu de ani bobra na chese dia mame brimpo mamu eni Georgina mukaye no eye ntro omo date bi mu a e kire se mame Akosia Sewa ba Ghana eye 2011 2012 and 2014 court e pa kire se that time no so omo kan ne say na chese na Lumba nyan relocated to Ghana ye they na chese de omo kan omo date no enye no kore.
So one say people really had problem with the court saying say the obejine muma odobruni no the witness no was credible and go say adenti na ono mum ne say ye credible na Mami Akosia Sewa ni Imam Bimpo ma de ne credible. But who connected dots now shared the account odobroni so account aton ni say o share that Lumba in 2006. Juaben Fosu say on also share that Lumba ni odobroni 17 years ago and that's 2008.
Yeah.
Into 2008 and in 2006 it means that another Lumba share odobroni before odeni kwako share Juaben Fosu no. But meanwhile so no na he said say Mami Akosia Sewa ebesra that Lumba in 2011 2012 2014 and then 2018 and the court is saying say per the records are eba court no that 2011 no na odobroni any that Lumba exit Tantra Hill and moved to East Legon in 2016 and that even the 2010 2011 2012 now omo asambe kasi na Mami Akosia Sewa bestra that Lumba no according to the account nature say that time kwana said that Lumba no mba Ghana and so obi yet this inconsistent or yet this inconsistent would you say that person is credible?
On can
no one says anybody is credible.
On can correct.
I was therefore that's what I'm saying. Say when you get a timer, you go through the judgment, you understand most of the things that have transpired, and I said most of the things SC were court, and that's why most people, some read the judgment, they are able to tell the outcome of their appeals, and I said, baby, oh man can Ukraine. The judge took a time to write everything. How can you tell somebody say a person has relocated to Ghana in 2013 and you say Neyere Besrano in 2011 and 2012? How?
What is a Ubesrana?
Why no Besrano? Oba Ghana no why no Besrano? Because at that time na nipani ni Ghana per wawa count. Na nipani ni Ghana. Intino na nipa no Besrano Oba Ghana no Obesrawana. It means that that Lumba no Besrano. It means that visit now Wokano. It is not true. The only time the court could say or Jitum say nipa ne Eba Ghana the time obey any mammy, that was 2018.
2018.
2018. Where and got that tantra because at that 2018 no now odo boni that Lumba movie from Tantra Hill to East Legon and who had the account court in mind now movie to that the 2018 no movie that movie called East Legon no year
2016 yeah
into the 2018 no mami akosia se wa be ne mami yi na according to omu nyina okoda Tantra Hill oni mami bimpo makoda Tantra Hill odobroni ene ko siesie ho ma wo at that time not that Lumba was living with odobroni e was easily gone
exactly 2 years omu movie 2 years ansa na akosia se wa e baga na be ye ne mami yi no
ne mami yi yes utie de ye papa Juaben Fosu kan na okan se na o mato mu fie dada etua ka dada and enya ba ko pe na okan wo ho no mu he actually repeated it I think about twice also
wala so wala wonim obwa ayi agenda no settle ye no asam ni ba yi hwese o maka ni nyina ho geda utum se ka cha bi no maka ti no mo so mo diva mo so mo ko pe bibi but ye nya ni sa nipa no se wo ni ho
o share Brian o share nipa no interview na nipa no ni interest wo mama akosi ase once mu pa and ultimately say he was just pushing an agenda o share because talking about no the endro ebreno and stuff like that and I was for the part that gave Juaben Fosu out was when he said say omuno mukochi mama akosi ase wa as to what to even come is it like that
no kwa na hu emehi no why no so no the attempt no the obu ade ni ade so ka say efa abusia panyi ho sa kwa no wo so if ye Lumba ye koro be jina ka say ono kwa na ye no oye ye nipa kwa be ye fast Lumba ye no wo be ye na Lumba nipa golu be nya sa ade no wo ye hwan wo no kura na wo kano nipa na wo kano ogu da Lumba ni mas no nipa na wo kano ono na mas no ma wo e mas sign ono kura no ma wo na da Lumba e mas sign okay aso ndi band so music wo do support obi o me good nipa na ni mas me ke kan sem bi ani se wo ka ayo wale o so wale mienu so ono na de ne ho wo ba no me ka say ye ni antimi ni atie ba bi o so obetimi etu utimi a ukọ ene tema me akosu ase wa de letter by say won timi bi o no ya ti ase what you say e wo ho letter no ho da ko da ko onye Lumba man respond ni na ho no what you say etu utimi fa me gina be ka kire say ayi na o de ndro bi no na o fa ndro bi amre no da Lumba de nte no ye adwuma no edumre bi na skenya lu to ndro wa ba o de ma to aso e say ma fo ba chi ni ya agenda ya agenda no mo set agenda settings Omunya.
Miss Alex, me pacho. Pacho, you okay to speak now?
Yeah, it's the right here. And someone I'm person me cano a dorsal. And some day a dorsal. I drew away once my Brian Kakra, dead Lumba and Casa cry recorded audio. Edema obi kra say nipa no nya adura na ohwehwe no kra brena obeda na se papa that Lumba no masem mami akosia se wana onto aduru bia mfri ba bia ema
because it could be say be at the beginning of it na nya say so he died and
per court asema me na o kan ye metimi akọ judgment no multiple times court mami akosia se wan krofo ankasa kra kan say there had not been communication going between omubieno uti abusia panya sema okano our paragraph 38 so we court judgment no but kind 38 na had there.
All right. Okay. All right, the 38 says, he added that the deceased informed his family that there was no more marriage between him and the plaintiff for over 10 years. If he needed to communicate with the 3 children, he had to go through a third party. He attached proof of financial support from the deceased to the children through a third party and added that all the family of the deceased acknowledged deed to as the current wife of the deceased.
Well, we and Sama Yakato Hono. And when you look at it, the mania mobile pass said, Mammy and Crofty, Casa Sene, one. Also, there's no communication via a coso. Now, Juaben Fosu Krabe Casa said that Lumba Sandisica or the Fanaso. Or non a third party and Abusapani air cano. Now, for the last sentence, and I heard there, the last sentence. No?
The last sentence says he attached proof of financial proof from the deceased to the children through a third party and added that all the family of the deceased acknowledged deed to as the current wife of the deceased.
Eti sikana that Lumba at the first on Abusapani Yankrata near dance here. I trese Sikano or the Fanaso. Only Mammy Akusa Sewa any Trakabia. Me some of these things I can't me go through one by one. Na wahe said ye a woman. So I kind 37 and I heard there.
37. He continued that the deceased stated that for over 10 years that he was sick and returned to Ghana, the plaintiff took over his properties and businesses in Germany, so he settled her and had nothing to do with her. And the message was conveyed to the plaintiff and her family during the lifetime of the deceased.
And see, dear, Abusapani kaino chrese or catch the Mammy Akusasa one and a bushian for. Emomote Sadi and I say. Na we are caught as summer AC and I change ebia anyhow. Na shadi we. So I also make Casemi come and send Bramishia go on ma ebe ye. Submit me the work of 47, 48, paragraph 48. Meet me the work paragraph 138, 139, 140, 144. Meet me am work when Nima court paragraph 137. Just say me who am 7 in our me who say man we onyano kwafo because of share time or ka say omo ware na ade o kan na emi hu pa ne say time na omo ware na kwaku mensa gina ho Juaben Fosu ewo ho. Okay, paragraph 99 I heard there. Paragraph 99 ma me brempoma.
All right, paragraph 99 says, hold on. All right, 99 says, the plaintiff witness and Esina Fosu under paragraph 8 of her evidence in chief averred that she was present when the plaintiff and the deceased married under the German civil law. During cross-examination, she answered that she was there when the late Lumba and plaintiff signed the marriage certificate. She asserted
Bacho,
that
ma me brempoma say almost signed document no jina ho. Papa Juaben Fosu se kwaku mensa ono ana ne yonku bi na no jina ho mpacho
or say or no ne yere the kwaku mensa and then a friend.
Na bacho ma me akosi brempoma na oni hobi. So kasa ade a ene na ma me akosi brempoma so ye trofo. So kasa ade a ne ne asema ma me akosi brempoma be kan na court kra chen wo honum to aso na hear the next question.
She asserted that did you see the plaintiff and that Lumba signed the marriage certificate? Questions are Ibisa Mami Brempoma no. The answer is say I was there.
I was there now the marriage as oh honest on kano koreba kokra. Ba hono court chen on ati the court kan.
Per paragraph 8 of your own witness statement, you claim that the only person who witnessed the marriage was Georgina and not you.
On one kasa dance ya ochre de ba court the dikan no. O say no kura nyina ho na e ma me Georgina le gina ho. Nti say wo de compare Juaben Fosu na say Georgina e trofo no ni hobi. Ma me brempoma de court che no. Se no ni ho. So ye kasi ebe kwa ebe ye nsem bebre. Me ma letters
see,
ne so me ade.
no, the answer the man is said that Lumba, my brother took me and one lady called Georgina to Germany on the same day. So we're living with them in Germany. How does that answer the question? Say, question here you agree with me that your brother and the plaintiff signed the marriage certificate. Or say once they just want to say, and I say she responded say
So once they marry, they will sign a marriage certificate.
They will sign a
Me kai kura na mbo fu star right. Eti mesre say ochina. Ye be run to the letters na ochra bread that Lumba any response that Lumba e de buy. Se me kumu bebre the letters na ka ho a. Say why we na dem amemfa court document den ko a. Utu of bring for soon sem na to compare the court AC na ampa Juaben Fosu say mami akosia say wandim kasa na answer na media we na to on unreleased songs bi ani akosia say wa 2 mami akosia say wa 15 years ana oyare no almost DL yare no ampa papa we be confirm say na DL yare DL yare no court ka say one visitor nti engine tum say 15 years no akosia say one visited that Lumba da kopim say na mami ka baby. Or said the cost was 40,000. DL team crown no American currency hoda. Kopim said DL we. Until from 2016 eba crown no de mama fair no kwa. Bibi no. Makramo de American catch me no ba 1992. Ma no an kasa makramo na here ka ho asem. De men bi. Bibi no honom. Nsem we confirm e abusuan panyi se abusuan panyi no kwafo. Na abusuan panyi akirem sampa. Abusuampanyi echirem se Lumba hwe ne ma ampa ye hu se Juaben Fosu se Lumba e discover si ne so nti so omuka se Lumba hwe ne ma no ja ne ma honye no kre so ko ni ma mortgage ana omuka 137 mortgage Juaben Fosu be ka so matua mortgage bi ni ho 137 paragraph e be si wo court se ka bi ni ho mortgage bi ni ho no na Lumba ne no omunni mortgage bi omutua we papa ne to ni fie tuaye. Now the 137 no kwaka 149 ho a maami akosia se wan na danfo kra be kan se Lumba fie ene ni nyuma maami akosia se be faaye ewo ho e be hu se obi a wa benefit wo deal ho ne yere ene me nyina ba bia ngu papa ni ma aseda because papa no e no kwafo se impo ne ma no ba no ho bedi akwama ne baba ako na odi sika kosi papa yi so ma ne de kotua ne school fees papa yi wuye no akwa ne be ka che abusuan panyi se papa ne tua ne school fees na papa yi awi oye den edo kire se on na ye papa na otua bibia Juaben Fosu be ka kire se mami na nyina ba bia anya aware mami akosia se wa letter se wo kire ba isa wa he enne me kan kra na me rekra ho mami akosia se wa kire letter ba ko 1st February 2018 no san kire ba ko 27 February 2018 ene ubi sa ho se letters me anyway awa he yikra oko wonim kakra mami akosia se wa san kire ba 4th February make say 2018 no that Lumba responding no with lawyers almost 18 no bit by bit so they are giant saba na kan mamre mu no papa no wante akenkan na short ombra yibitima cheche mu kakra dia ma no let ya make say papa gro onya bi nkan so onya bi akan ko nkasa sorry my yenyai watchna you discuss that Lumba seminar and the letters
between Mami Gina Mami Brempoma any Juaben Fosu omumu hwan attended that Lumba wedding. The court wedding between Mami Brempoma koka o court se no wedding no witness say. Later per cross examination ono assign ko kire mu say na Gina na present during the wedding. According to Juaben Fosu or say ono nadamfo obobon eneyere any two other people were the only black people no more during the time that Lumba ni mami akosia sewa e worry no kra no twa pictures na picture no kra that Lumba ni bi ono e no wo enti no between these three people why na can no kre which of them and a course our wedding they are all talking about it was for some magacha mo say assemble you take your time and then you look okay kanya you would understand a whole lot of things
and then you kind paragraph 104 Na shade. Almost come video.
Where the brothers been trying the quick one. If you say me by we are say, me who be a wedding. Any picture. We the trap picture. No, they can cry. If wedding, cry. I'm gonna be first time ni wedding. Wedding, you come as a new.
Brian. Madam Fukusi, you know what you know. No wedding cry. 1999 Quran. I know your sister ni be man be try.
Of course, it's a wedding.
It's a big go.
It's a big wedding. Yes, we are not to be according to about them. No, be on
wedding. According to Papa Juaben for consider Lumba cry. No, only picture ni be or no pet. And I'm on no.
When I wedding, go for the pictures. No, because any pictures. What to be done?
There's no wedding.
And at that time, my Brempoma was already in Germany. Into no Ninia wedding one. And then my Brempoma like seriously. Not just on not your wedding cry one could be. One call your wedding. The most important times of that Lumba life in Mama Brempoma was absent.
Where they defending? Where they defending? Wedding bien for Omanya wedding.
Oh, Brian. No wedding.
Was it wedding or could be
the wedding when Mama Brempoma was in Germany? One per the records one could ne birthday ni 60th birthday and ne birthday that Lumba nanka sajitu say me shouldn't do me birthday na we dey me birthday she was not present. That Lumba wu ye na ye de ne sha that kema ye de ne kwa kwashe fam Mama Brempoma wasn't present.
The would say that Lumba the brothers of Obacheche mo hachina timpise mechanic I would say Lumba response on ma kwashe say wana. That means no, there's no omunya wedding bia. So there's no wedding. Omunya wedding bia.
Oh, there be no the bride.
I can't call the bluff.
Yeah, oh, viti preocupen so omunya wedding. Let's go to the appeal. And then Mati say one of the TLW members say omunya the original marriage certificate into the appeal is ongoing. No person become and they have the marriage certificate.
Mommy can't say going to her.
Baby.
Mommy and Cassim, me and so son same be so. So I yes, sir. And before Muti, we are just wasting their time. Mpachopa in good tears and crofona some of my dreams that you're more canny and ocrana be. The legal system, the court system, appeal be any baby on record.
Oh, then, Mr. Alex, media, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. There's an appeal coming, Mr. Alex. There's an appeal coming. Me, I can't wait for the appeal. Seriously, I can't wait for the appeal. Media, I am waiting for the appeal.
So, court, this is where appeal. Appeal the time with that home.
And time net down 60 and then 90 days. And in term, they can still write to the court and then still in term, they can still write to the court.
Court no court time.
And then the court will give them time.
What's in 90 days? You going to yeah, you 4 months in my.
And I mean, just say, Brian, they can still write to the court. Appeal, but we are waiting for the Brian. And can say we are not waiting, but we are waiting for the appeal. Yeah, try appeal. No problem. Mr. I'm waiting for the appeal. But say appeal a bit in your basso. Now, according to the person, was they now have the original marriage certificate, and not the appeal no appeal no court.
Certificate never here for no one. Never here.
Mammy, Akusia said one lawyer. The lawyer William Kusi. The notice of appeal of filing a dada on follow-up crabby, BBNCO. Oko he court mremo ne na sefo mu a appeal bia ni babia. Ade ebetimi aka asisudua ne ene say letters of administration amami akosia se wako file ye no. Eno na asem bi wo ho ane ye kwa kokan no. Baba Jama and lawyers no ko file caveat editor so. And we are waiting say asem ne baka koka. Epacho. Ukote wo babia se obi kan ya onye mami akosia se wa legal team member. Enye mami akosia se wa baby na ebeka. Enye mami akosia se wa na eka. We cannot put some information as a man very sloppy and we don't do that. Mpacho. And this is ukote wo babia disregarded.
Okay. Hold on. The 104 says that the proof of the civil marriage requires documentary proof in the form of a marriage certificate, a marriage license, together with other executed documents by the parties, and videos of the ceremony, and cannot be proved by conduct, as it is in the case of a customary marriage. The plaintiff did not tender in evidence any video aside the purported marriage certificate. Even Exhibit O series was tendered in evidence through DW1 after the plaintiff had closed her case, and so the defendant could not cross-examine the plaintiff witness on same. Exhibit O series are photographs purporting to be purporting to be that of the plaintiff and the deceased signing a document. Without the marriage certificate or a video, the court cannot prove the civil marriage on a photograph alone, especially in the era of photo shoots and artificial intelligence, AI. The court is cautious in accepting photograph alone without further credible corroborating documents, evidence where proof of facts demand a strict documentary proof. Mr. Alex.
Well, court no cry can't order that. Mami ko say one fa video bi ama. Ye ko kan say judge na ka ka say one fa video bi ama no. E no na chi no mo de sa video we beto dwane akansem no cry wie a pass judgment dada. It is a who say video bi na mama surgery so ama court. Na so be so hunu ni omo amami akoso asa wade court e ko kire say wa ware wo court or paragraph 17 page 6. The Mamadi Court, a purported marriage certificate bako, translated version to English bako, letter from German embassy, pictures mienu, funeral poster, yede chere court aware, and pictures of the deceased at a funeral. Pictures another Lumba, I am more for Nankasana. Yeah.
Nyami Aduma Ochra will go into the second interview. Therefore, then we'll be able to tell between the two, no. Papa in some because time is fast spent. If not, Ankaibeko into the second one. But looking at it, we'll do that one tomorrow. And Nyami Aduma, Friday, and I feel some no episode penny moko. I was a penny moko, you can say. Eko ahimfia koka